procedural modification to property tax assessments and appeals. There was also a new homestead exemption which local governments can opt out of. That's the conversation tonight. And a local option sales tax aimed at providing property tax relief. So how does the homestead exemption work? Basically, I'm going to try and talk to you as opposed to reading to you. So bear with me, and council, throw something at me if I start going the wrong way. So what it does is it locks your property value as of 2024. And that is considered the base year. And from there, preceding years, there will be some increase, but it will be very small, and it will be governed by the
inflation rate.
By the inflation rate, yeah. Let's see, did I put it in there somewhere? So homeowners will be, you'll see relief on that side of it. It locks in. It's a freeze, but it's not quite a freeze because you still have that little bit of growth as opposed to the 30% that we've seen in the past and the 20% that we've seen in the past. So it locks in that value. It's based off your fair market value. It's not based off your fair market value like it currently is. So that's how that basically works. So the big question, does this affect other exemptions that you have, i.e. your senior exemption or your county and school board exemptions that some of you get? If you don't get it, I encourage you to please go and our homeowner go fill out the I think it used to be one-page exemption form. But it will not affect those, okay? If the county were to also opt into House Bill 581 or into the exemption, whichever one that you as citizens got the biggest benefit from is the one that they would take, okay? So, but those exemptions would still apply. The senior exemption, it's not going to touch it. It's also there as well. So you still get the benefit of the senior exemption. And again, why they call it the floating is because of that slight increase that they see on an annual basis, and that's it. Is the opting out, opting in, is it permanent? In short, yes. Whichever direction you go into, if we opt into it, we've got it from now on. If we opt out of it, we would have the ability later on, going through the traditional means, which means going through the state house, so to speak, Senate and House, of going through to create a new exemption. It wouldn't be tied to this, okay? So, but basically once if we decide to go into this, opt in, then we're there. Okay? No 2 years down the road coming out. The floating second phase is basically what I've just said to you, and I hope everybody got a handout. If you didn't get a handout, there's some on the table on your way out, or I'll go get them for you now. So you've kind of got the gist of it. Will this affect the county's ability to impose a flost if another city opts out of the homestead exemption granted by House Bill 581? So if another municipality, in short version, if another municipality opts out, we are no longer eligible in Camden County at this time for a floss tax, a floating local option sales tax, which would work like a splost or a lost, okay? It would be an extra penny when you went to the grocery store, okay? If the county opts out, same kind of a situation. We're not eligible for a FLOST. So if one municipality opts out, we're not eligible. If the county were to opt out and all the cities were to opt in, we wouldn't be eligible. Okay? So I don't believe any official actions have happened with our neighboring municipalities at this time. But what we've been told is that several are going to opt out, so FLOST is off the table. Okay? My apologies. So one of the council members asked for this information because this kind of lets us have a clue at some of the turnover information, some numbers that we need to take into consideration when we're working on our budgets and things of that nature. So the homesteads in the city of St. Mary's, the ones that have the county homestead exemption, what kind of turnover have we seen? So you can see on the far right, we range anywhere from 3.51 all the way down to 2.04. Now, why is this important? Because anytime you sell your home, and if with this exemption, the new owner, that recreates that base year mark, okay? It reassesses your residence, and so then that's when your new homestead exemption would apply, whatever that base rate was when you purchased the home. So we wanted to see what kind of turnover we were seeing in a year's time. What kind of money do we see? We were looking at FLOST, the possibility of a floating local option sales tax. What kind of revenue would the tourist industry that we see here in Camden County, how would that affect that number? Kind of illogical. We normally see around 16.9% coming in from our visitors and that are traveling up and down 95, those that are coming over here to Cumberland and stopping by the mom and pops, or notice I said mom and pops, also Magic Mart and all the other little stores, and buying a Coca-Cola or something before they get on the boat, or Market on the Square for a cheese sandwich or whatever it may be. But that's the revenue side of what we see coming into Camden County, or what's estimated. We also looked at the new projections for building within St. Mary's. On the far left, you can see the anticipated growth that we're anticipating over the next 5 years. And on the right, you can see what it's been for the last 10 years. So we're expecting some substantial growth here in St. Mary's over the next 5 years. And I hope I haven't confused. I tried to make it as simple as I possibly could. But when you dig into the law itself, you almost keep a scorecard handy to follow the tracks of this law. So council has the option of voting to opt in or opt out, and this is your opportunity as citizens to voice your opinion in regards to that. So, Mayor and Council, unless you all have anything, clarity or questions, kind of wraps me up.
Thank you, bud. Thank you. Yep. So, like I said, the process that was set forth by the law is that if you